Corner. Hit it.
Conversation Corner is the place to go. Information, entertainment from the folks you know. The old coyote is howling. Let's get on with the show.
It's Conversation Corner brought to us by Lucille's Roadhouse. Don't forget to get your fish and chips today. All you can eat fish and chips. I know Lewis Flowers, Chief of Police, you eat fish on.
Oh,
You
yeah.
eat fish on Fridays, right?
Yes, I do.
You like salmon over there.
Oh,
though,
I do.
don't
It's
you?
the
That's
best.
the
Lucille's
best
has the
salmon.
best salmon in the country, let me tell you right now.
Yeah, how come they don't have the salmon special? You know,
Yeah, we need to talk to Justin about that.
that's kind of the underdog. People don't realize how amazing that salmon is.
Oh,
Too.
never,
Yeah.
never had it.
Oh, it's so
You've
good.
never had, if you, oh, dude.
How about just a big old ribeye, John?
Yeah,
I'm in.
I get the steak. What do you? I mean, let me get the fish.
I
no,
love
their
their
salmon, you can't beat it. I'm telling you, we went on vacation to Eureka Springs, and I tried salmon at different places, and it still wasn't like
You're
Lucille's.
like that
It's just
vegetarian. That vegan diet, you can't beat it right there.
It ain't no vegan diet.
I mean, what are you doing to me? What is it, Lent or what? I mean, what are we trying to?
Hello, Chief Carlin.
Hey, how are you?
Good. I've never seen in the forecast, I'm sure it's happened, I just don't ever notice it, the winds just out of the west today. Just west winds. It's not northwest, it's not southwest, it's west winds today. And you said that's kind of dangerous. Huh?
Well, you know, one thing we always watch is wind direction and speed and everything, and west winds typically are a drier wind, and so the humidities typically get a lot lower with the west wind, and so you know, it is that time of year too that everything has obviously turned brown, and so
Not the baseball field. Shout out
the-
Saunders.
hey, there you go.
Still got green grass.
But there's a lot of fuel out there. So yeah, west winds is another day that we really watch, and you know, we want to be cautious and ask everybody to, you know, start thinking about those precautions and being cautious when you're outside. You know, from now all the way till spring now, we'll be dealing with this, and with the wonderful rains that we had earlier in the year, everyone knows there's a lot of growth, so there's a lot of fuel out there. So yeah.
Do you recommend burning your front yard to, get it to grow back better in the spring?
You know, they say that's really good.
That's what I hear. I hear
I'm
you
telling
burn
you.
off.
John, don't try it. Okay.
I'm just asking. I mean, should I call you first? Is that
Yeah, yeah. Call the fire chief. and say, dude, I need a permit.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm doing a.
We're in the city limits. We're not burning yards in the city
Oh,
limits.
I just thought I heard green grass grows better.
Well,
Gotta
visit-
get rid of them stickers.
That's right.
oh,
man.
gosh. They're
Man,
horrible this
they
year.
are.
have been
You have
really
to-
bad.
Horrible.
You know, and it's I butt up to a field, and it seems like it just gets worse
Is
and
that
worse.
what the problem is?
Yes.
It's killing me. I've never seen so many stickers in my life. And I was telling my husband, I said, I would predict that we have like 297 stickers in this carpet. Like if we decided to just really get every sticker, it was a family mission, it would be like 297 stickers. I said, from now on, everybody take your shoes off at the door. It's,
Shoes off at the door.
It's horrible.
Oh,
I've
good
never been through this before. It's just awful. But anyway, we won't talk about stickers anymore. But we are going to talk to the Chiefs for our guests this morning on Conversation Corner, brought to us by Lucille's Roadhouse. We'll talk about space heaters and fun stuff like that. All of your
Ooh.
favorite things
Ooh.
as a fire chief, right?
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Gotta stay warm,
Crime,
Vanessa.
fighting crime.
You do.
We'll talk about that as well.
Yeah, you
coming
got to
up
stay warm.
on the Coyote.
Attention breakfast lovers! Stop in at Lucille's Roadhouse off Airport Road in Weatherford, where you can enjoy all-you-can-eat breakfast Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. The coffee is always freshly ground and ready to serve. While you're there, make sure to check out the great Made in Oklahoma products available in the gift shop. Lucille's Roadhouse, just off Airport Road in Weatherford, where you can enjoy all-you-can-eat breakfast Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's Lucille's Roadhouse.
Your shopping expert Susie here with holiday savings at Save-A-Lot. Only $1.49 a pound for bone-in turkey breast. 8 ounces of spinach is only $1.99. Sweet corn 4-packs are just $2.99, and mangoes are only 79 cents each.
Convenient shopping, low prices, great service, and they'll even carry out your groceries, all on Washington and Main in the Weatherford Shopping Center.
We're going to save a lot.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Celebrate your dog's birthday, adoption day, or just how special they are with Puppy Cake, cookie, cake, and ice cream mixes for dogs. That's right, for dogs. And they're available at the Aquarium Pet Store, located on 2410 Road, just south of I-40 exit 81 in Weatherford, because your dog deserves cake, and to eat it too.
Bill Board here for Clouvers and Clinton. Here's our secret recipe for pumpkin pie. Tell Alexa to preheat your GE Cafe oven that you purchased at Clouvers to 375. Place a frozen pie on a baking sheet in the GE oven that you purchased at Clouvers. Bake long enough to watch my favorite movie, Cat People, a 1942 classic. After the movie, take it out of your GE Cafe oven that you purchased at Clouvers. Voila!
You found yourself stranded on the side of the road with somewhere to go but no way to get there. Who better to call than Veteran Towing in Weatherford? Veteran Towing is veteran-owned and operated by longtime local business owner James Brooks. Let Veteran Towing take care of you 24 hours a day, located south on Custer Street in Weatherford. Whether you're in an accident or broke down and need a tow, call Veteran Towing at 580-330-1502. We're here to take
Higher,
care of you.
faster. That was the motto of General Thomas P. Stafford, Oklahoman test pilot and astronaut. At the Stafford Air and Space Museum in Weatherford, Oklahoma, you'll discover over 3,500 historical artifacts in a full acre of indoor space. Pioneer the history of flight, from the Wright Brothers Flyer to the Space Shuttle, and everything in between, with the museum's breathtaking collection of historic aircraft. Plan your visit to the Smithsonian affiliate Stafford Air and Space Museum on Route 66, exit 84 off I-40 in Weatherford.
This is Bulldog Football, fueled by ASAP Energy on Coyote Classic and Coyote TV.
Quarterback out of Banks, fires far, pylon, looking for DJ Hicks. He tipped it to himself. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Slauson Sports is made possible in part by CJ Southwest Tire, Barong Insurance and Real Estate, Health Express Pharmacy, Casa Soto, Napa Auto Parts of Weatherford, Cummins Auto Group, Pioneer Cellular, Southwest Air and Heat, AEP PSO, Domino's Pizza, Western Oklahoma Metal Recycling, the 117 Lounge, Jet Distributed, and ASAP General Stores.
It's the final game of the year. The Bulldogs head north to Alva to take on the Northwestern Rangers. Pre-game at 2 o'clock, kickoff at 3 on 100.3 Coyote Classic. Mars, shotgun snap, handoff. Hawkins cuts in the backfield, dives for the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Run with the Dogs on Coyote Classic 100.3.
8:22. It's Conversation Corner brought to us by Lucille's Roadhouse, Airport Road in Weatherford. All you can eat fish and chips today at Lucille's. Wonderful meal for Friday.
I'm hungry now.
Yes, me too.
Me too.
Fish for breakfast.
Whoa.
So we have Chief Carlin and also Chief Flowers in the studio with us.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. We hear a lot about, not a lot, I guess, but we hear more about house fires around this time, right? With the space heaters and such. Is there any safe space heater?
Well,
No.
it's how you use them. I don't want to say there's not any safe ones, but it's mainly how they're used. People will plug extension cords into these space heaters, and they'll set these space heaters close to combustible materials, next to a bed or a couch or whatever it may be. One thing that we really try to impress on people is that extension cords are temporary wiring. Okay, they're used for a specific purpose for a short period of time.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, start looking around, John.
Man, I got
See?
Christmas tree
And-
lights, man.
And so that's why unplug those when you're not there. Unplug them at night.
I say, Alexa, turn off the lights.
Oh, cool.
and they all turn off. But I got to
when
unplug
we-
it.
think he really
we
does
talk
have
about-
Alexis.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
I have Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
Turn it off. When you put a space heater on an extension cord, typically the amount of power that's used to pull through that space heater will overload that extension cord, and over time they will heat and deteriorate. Or if you've got them laying under a rug, and then just over time, there's a reasonable probability that something's going to happen and go wrong. And so, we just want to encourage people to use them properly.
I mean, surely, though, it's your old space heaters, right? Like the new ones are way better, at least than the old ones used to be.
Well, and again, you have to think about they're man-made, so things can go wrong.
That's true.
Now,
Well,
typically on space heaters now, they do have safeties in them. They have tip devices so that if they do get knocked over, they shut off.
Right.
If everything works properly.
That's right.
They should have a thermostat
And
that
if they're
will
not real
cycle
old.
if it works properly. But
Yeah,
there's
those are the newer ones, and they stink. They last like 2 seconds. That's why they never cause a fire. They just die. Use it like 3 times, and all of a sudden, oh.
Well, but that's a
sensors
good
off.
point. Is always check and see if it needs to be replaced. Replace it. They're not that expensive.
Yeah.
Another thing too is on your heating systems. You should have it checked once a year because
Make
I
sure
turned
that
mine on. I can't remember when the first going. I kept
That
going.
smell.
There's something burning.
That's right.
And it's like I'm calling my heat and air guy and going, dude, get over here. Lewis, it's the first time in the season.
You can
So
get-
he did come over and check, but it's like
You can get Carlin to come do it for free.
Yeah.
really.
Nothing's free for flowers.
Well, I see how you are.
But and if you have gas-fired appliances, you need to be making sure that you're getting those checked as well. But having carbon monoxide detectors in your home, so you want to make sure that those are burning properly.
Yeah, and guess what? Guess what? It's the holiday season.
It's the holiday season.
Hey,
No,
and
I can't believe you're not playing any country.
I tried to get her
Christmas
to do it. She
music
won't
here.
give
What's
in
it-
yet.
Oh, you want Christmas music?
Yes.
Country, Christmas.
no,
You
we're
know,
good,
get me in.
Vanessa. Let's get through Thanksgiving.
Before Thanksgiving.
Christmas
Oh,
kick. Well, but
speaking of that,
Yeah,
what were you wanting to say?
I said
John?
Thanksgiving's late this year. We're supposed to start.
Yeah,
early.
that's true.
I know. See?
Okay, but speaking of that, I thought for a second that I drove by your house one morning, and I thought for a second that you were like, "Dang it, celebrate Thanksgiving first," because I thought all of these turkeys in your
Yes,
lawn.
can you believe that?
Like it was a lawn decor, like you were decorating for Thanksgiving.
No.
And then I thought, well, maybe this is like a fundraiser thing that somebody. What's the story on that?
Okay, so the Boy Scout, the Scouts of Weatherford were doing a fundraiser,
Yeah.
and you know how they used to do those? What's that called? The pink
The flamingos.
The flamingo. Oh no, they're doing turkeys.
Now they do turkeys.
Yeah, they do turkeys. And so I woke up one morning, looked up, I said, "What the?" I had like 20 turkeys in my front yard, shoved everywhere, and then a little note stuck to my deal. So it's a neat fundraiser for them,
Yeah.
for the Scouts, and I think so. Anyway, believe me, what they called it something I can't remember what it was. Too early in the morning, and so anyway, I sent those turkeys on to another
Do we call them a
resident.
flock of turkeys?
Flocks
Like I was
of
thinking
turkeys,
you've been
yes.
flocked or something.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to be nice. No.
Okay.
But
Is that
anyway,
bad?
no, it's not. But anyway, it's a great fundraiser. So if a do you call them flocks? Flocks?
Yeah.
Flocks of geese, right?
Yeah.
Or flocks of turkeys? I don't know.
Yeah.
A herd.
Maybe
it's a herd.
Well, that's got cattle. Got a herd of cattle or a herd of deer out there. But anyway, send it on, and it's like $20 donation. It's a pretty neat deal, and it's like I say, it's neat because it's Thanksgiving. But with that being said, a lot of things are going on in Weatherford for the holidays, and from the police department. Just want to remind everybody in Western Oklahoma, look, listen. This is the time of year that scams ramp up.
That's right.
This is when things get stolen, even Christmas ornaments off, So be vigilant, see something, say something. Watch out for the scams. When you're using your credit card, double check your credit card bills, because everybody goes shopping and it doesn't necessarily happen all that much around here, but when they go to the city and I'm not saying bad about the city, I'm just saying watch your credit cards because those numbers are going out and you need to be vigilant on that. And know your surroundings.
Yeah, that's right.
When you're going shopping at any business, watch it. Lock everything up in the trunk, in the vehicle or in your vehicles. When you're shopping, don't leave your vehicle unlocked. And then when you park out front at night, pull everything out of the vehicle, put it inside your house. Okay, John? Don't leave it unlocked.
Okay.
Okay.
I know. I leave it unlocked, 100%. Do not lock it. That's the biggest scam I've ever heard from any law enforcement.
Don't
First of all-
complain when it all disappears,
Right.
John.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I completely with you. But first of all, even if it all disappears or even if it all doesn't disappear, I love you, Flowers. The police have 0% chance. Like, it's the most ridiculous success rate of catching a car thief, burglar.
Now, wait a minute.
But y'all are terrible. I've had experience. I mean, you guys are really good at the important things, and I'm not saying.
Well, no,
this
no,
is not
wait.
important, but-
I'm gonna have to back up on that. Yeah, you right. It's hard sometimes unless you catch them in the act, but eventually those crooks. That's the great
Well,
thing
good.
about
Once they
our job.
rob
Most
7 to 10
crooks
people-
are stupid.
That's
you
true.
know, and so we eventually they're gonna get a little braver, and a little bit braver, and then we ended up catching them. Then we nail them for everything.
I think
but
John
if
has
you don't
figured you
follow
out.
report- yeah, I'm telling you.
Oh, you do. I'm just saying this.
You know,
I hate the crime because it's usually not much. It's petty. But then it also turns into that there's a let me come dust for fingerprints of the 1,000 people that, and they're like, well, we're not going to catch this guy anyways, honestly. But maybe after he robs.
That's not the attitude we have.
No, I know.
I'm just telling you right now, we're going to, and when we start having a bunch of car burglaries, actually it makes the chief very mad. And I'm like, pulling my detectives in going, dudes, I know you're good. Let's get this solved. I don't want these little.
Yeah, because it just drives nuts. I mean, I've had experiences two ways. I've had my car locked and unlocked, and unlocked is definitely the way to go. Locked, I had to replace a broken window. I had glass everywhere.
Oh, yeah, but you get evidence from that. One time somebody left their house open, and I said, well, he said, yeah, I didn't have any damage. I said, yeah, I don't have any evidence. If you lock the door and they kick the door in, I got footprints in that I can go back later and I can compare it with.
Well, if you can
I've got
replace my
evidence
window
there.
while you're with your evidence check, you're getting what?
Don't be liberal on me today.
I'm just telling you. I've had a terrible experience with car break-ins.
Well, I'm sorry.
It
And
made
see,
me sad.
that's my job. You need a hug?
I do, kind of. You brought up some sore memories.
Speaking of frustrations, I've been trying to think about an idea for the old fishing hole. Where
oh, you got that place that's running rampant out there. All that crime going on at the fishing hole.
Hey, ever since we kind of did little promos on that through the radio and through the newspaper, believe it or not, and stepping up, and I've had parents call me and said we will watch our kids more, and we're going to make sure. And you know what? It's starting to go down.
That's great.
Because I was thinking it would really ruin all the fun if like a bunch of moms just showed up
I think
almost every night,
Yeah.
Right as things are hopping, it's just like all these moms show up to walk or just show up for something. It's like, ooh.
Well, the kids need someplace to go.
Yeah, they do.
I know. They don't have anywhere to go.
when we were in high school, did you not drag Maine?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, no, but I wasn't born in the 50s.
And,
There's
they used to say, which is Ace Hardware. It was a Walmart.
Back
We
then.
know they set up there, and even when I was still on the street, I'd drive by and say, dudes, clean up your trash or you're not going to be able to sit here.
Right.
And sure enough, it was doing good, and then all of a sudden Walmart said, no, banned. After hours, you cannot. And that's when Walmart used to close at night. But so now they have an old fishing hole, or a nice place. We've spent a lot of money, the city of Weatherford, of your tax dollars, to keep it clean and to keep it nice. Well, then things start getting broken, the bathrooms get vandalized, and it's just like costing more and more and more. So, I always say this is, you see something, say something, but also my job as the chief is to educate and inform our public. This is what's going on. This is starting to cause a major problem is the reason. I know it's just the old fishing hole.
No, yeah.
But listen, you want the kids to have some. It's a nice place when it's warm,
Right.
even when it's not. So don't ruin it. Fix it. And I'm asking parents, help me. And you know what? They have. They've stepped up, and it's kind of slowed up out there. We don't have as much vandalism. And now that I say it, let me knock on wood somewhere.
Right.
But we've gone the extra mile, and we're going to be putting up some camera systems, and we're just going to make sure that in case it doesn't work, then we're doubling down on this thing.
I was gonna say cameras are so easy and cheap these days.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It's just
Have you met the police?
if you can get Wi-Fi out there, that's the only thing that stinks.
That's true.
Yeah.
But talking about
anyway.
Christmas time,
Yeah, go ahead.
Have you seen the new Christmas lights?
have you seen the new Christmas
I
lights
did.
downtown?
Big thank you to the
Oh.
police department that put those. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Wait a minute. They didn't do that. Who put those up?
I don't have trucks for that.
Hey, I tell you what, we spent last Sunday morning. We had almost all of our guys were down there, and I appreciate them coming in on a Sunday morning and doing that. We do it on Sunday mornings because of traffic and
Yeah, I know. I had
businesses
to go
and
around.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Wasn't it nice?
No,
But,
it's terrible.
Well, they got red lights on and everything.
It
You're
really
supposed to
took you
yield
about an
those,
extra
John.
minute to go
At
out of
least.
your way.
Such a
didn't
At
it?
great
least. At least a minute.
But we did. The city purchased a few new ones this year, so we've almost everything we've got is just a couple of years old now, except
look
for
newer,
right
yeah.
downtown. Yeah.
Oh,
My
they're
daughter
good.
was so excited because she saw the angels first, and she's like, "What
Yep.
about downtown with it?" And I'm like,
I like
just wait a minute, wait
Yeah.
a minute.
I like the snowflakes.
Yeah, and
they're
everything's
LED, aren't they?
LED now.
Yeah,
So
right.
Okay, cool.
yeah,
Sweet.
and as luck would have it, we had a beautiful day on Sunday. We put them up, pretty much no problems at all. And then lo and behold, we have 60-mile-an-hour winds on Monday.
Oh, that's
and
right.
So if you were downtown in the next couple of nights, there were a couple of decorations that weren't working, but the wind wreaked havoc on us. And
Yeah.
so the guys got back down there, and they've got those all repaired. And so anyway, they look really nice. But
Well,
they
thank
do
you.
look nice. Thank you for your effort, and
That's
Yeah,
I
they
do that
do.
every
They
year.
do a good job, and that's something that they've always done that a lot of people don't realize is going the extra mile. That's pretty neat, especially during the holidays.
Well, yeah, because they don't have to work 24/7 like police do. They just can sit and watch TV.
Yeah.
So
Really?
they got to give them something to do.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like a lot of this happens to you, cat in a tree or whatever it is, because you can get to high places with your bucket, right? It's like,
Well,
"Hey, I have
it
a
just takes
bucket."
no, it's actually a fact that it takes a special kind of a person to do what we do. And
true.
unfortunately, these guys just, they just drive around in their cars. And, I've got these.
Speaking of you two getting along so well, there's a chance you guys become neighbors if everything goes right in the new. What do you call that? The new the sales tax initiative, the Vision 2020. I don't know what we're calling it.
The Yes Weatherford.
All the more reason for adding an additional fire station so I could move my office to the east side of town.
There
He's
you
still
go.
on that. He's still on that. I'm telling you.
They're hoping to take over the hospital and then build a kind of a city hall complex, police station over there, and kind of put everything together.
Public safety complex.
Yeah.
All three fire, police, and ambulance will be in one deal, and so it'll be coming up. There's another meeting next Tuesday.
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night at the Pioneer Senior Citizens. And so it's not an extra added tax. It's a continuation of the tax that's already there.
Right.
And so we're hoping, like I say, the police department and City Hall were built in 1973, I think completed in 74. And it's like, I even had somebody come down and say, can I have a tour? I didn't have that many, or didn't have any prisoners that day. I said, yeah, let's go through there. Now, if I have too many, I can't. But I gave a tour, and they're going, really? This is kind of old. And I said, well, and I have to call a plumber every month to come out, for the old plumbing systems through there. And it does need a lot of work. And so it is time. And but you know what? We'll leave that to the vote of the people, and I appreciate the citizens and all that they do for us.
Well, there you go.
So we also have a fundraiser going up. I actually sit on the board of directors for Action Associates, which is the battered women's shelter.
Oh yes, we're going to
And-
be at Loose Hills.
Yes, and so they tell me I have to be there the whole time since I sit on the board, and it starts at 6 a.m.
That's going to be
I mean,
a problem.
John, are you going to be there?
Oh, I'm sure. Will we be in there? I don't know.
Vanessa?
What day is it? When is
So
it?
you're going to be co-hosting with us?
Well, they told me, I don't know about that, but they said I have to be there from 6 till 2. So it's on
Holy
December
moly.
December the 6th.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Friday.
6 to 2. And we really I can't thank enough for ASAP Energy and Lucille's for helping us out. And if anybody doesn't know what Action Associates are, it's the battered women's shelter, and they do counseling for domestic violence and try to help that and help on all, whether it be male or female. And it's a great cause. It's dear to my heart. Paul Gaines, the retired chief of police of Weatherford, served on that for like almost 30 years on that board, and it was dear to his heart, trying to get families back together and stable. And so it's a great cause. We've never done a fundraiser, and Rick Cook said, hey, we need to look at a new fundraiser this year. And I said, I would really, really appreciate it if we get some word out and what they do and counseling they do for they serve 8 counties.
Okay, wow.
So it's Clinton, Weatherford, Elk City, Roger Mills, Beckham, so anyway,
I'm afraid to ask.
no, Carlin's over here giving me a hard time about something else. So,
okay.
But anyway,
Is it your mustache?
No, yeah, it's my mustache. So a little bit off that. So the fundraiser, that gimmick.
December 6th. How you say?
Hey, and I want to do one shout out.
Go ahead.
I have a nephew that plays at Leedy, and that's where my wife's family from. But I saw a gentleman there that used to teach here at Weatherford, and now teaches. A great teacher, and his father was the principal at Leedy forever. And I want to give a shout out to Ryan Lauder at Leedy School Systems, and I told him, I said, he goes, I hear you on the radio all the time. I said, well, I'll give you a shout out next time I'm on Conversation Corner.
Oh,
so
yay.
Ryan from Leedy and Leedy folks. We love you, and it's a great city, and great sports.
Okay, and you were mentioning sports. I don't want to forget to say this, and I know Steven said that he mentioned it too, but I just don't want to forget to say it myself. Somebody asked for me to mention it's the first playoff game for a lot of our teams around here. Got lucky to
Weatherford
be in the first playoff.
football. Awesome.
And so for tonight for Weatherford, though, there was some confusion of when the game's going to start. It's
Yeah.
going to start at 7, not 7:30.
7 o'clock.
And veterans will be able to come in for free and bring a guest. So veterans and a guest can
Awesome.
come in for free.
Cool.
So
Now
keep that in mind, too.
that I like. That's
Yeah.
pretty amazing. That's awesome.
Very good.
That is awesome. 7
Okay,
o'clock.
so I got one more event that I want to talk about just
Okay.
really, really quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
December the 19th, from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. We're going to have milk and cookies with Santa at the fire department again, like we did last year.
Hey, nice.
That was an awesome event we had last year. We had over 300 people come in.
Wow.
And so come in, bring your cameras. Santa will be there. And
John's just going to bring. He wants extra cookies.
I want
well,
milk and
that's
cookies.
okay. Come on. We're going to have it. And so come out and enjoy the evening with us. And the guys are all looking forward to it. Our wives are helping us with it. And actually, you know who the organizers are.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
But we're looking forward to it.
Thank goodness for them wives. I'm telling you
Absolutely.
You give donations, or is it just kind of a free event, or how
It's
we raise them?
just come in, and we're having milk and cookies with Santa, and come
That's
in and
cool.
take pictures. So come in and enjoy the evening. Look at a fire truck, and visit with the firefighters, and just enjoy the evening.
Hey, you know what? That could be a Christmas touch-a-truck.
Hey,
Kind of
yes,
is.
there you go.
It is kind of like a little version of that, right?
But it did. We had a great event last year when
Yeah.
we did it. So
Yes.
we all absolutely wanted to do it again. So looking forward to that. But again, be cautious with what you do this year. And I'm going to throw one more thing. I always try to talk about this every chance I get. It's working smoke alarms. We just changed our clocks, so you should have changed your batteries. But make
Is that
sure
why mine was beeping?
It doesn't beep. If it don't beep, I don't gotta change it.
make sure you have working smoke alarms. We had a fire already this week, very significant mobile home fire. There were no working smoke alarms, and the individual that was there was very, very fortunate that he was able to get out. So make sure that you have working smoke alarms in your home tonight before you go to bed.
Do it tonight.
Yes, sir.
Well, guys, we like to give you guys a hard time for all that you do, but your guys that work for you are really good. We're really respecting everything they do, and we respect you guys a little bit too.
Well, if it
thank
wasn't
you.
for those,
But-
if it wasn't for those folks,
Yeah.
they make our jobs easy.
They do.
So
They do, and we
appreciate them.
that very much, very much.
Thanks for coming in. It's always a pleasure.
Now, do I get to end this one with on the coyote?
Did you bring donuts?
No, I did.
You
okay,
gotta bring
so I don't
donuts
eat. I don't
next
eat donuts anymore.
You're a police officer. That's a lie.
The Coyote reminds you, if you're a contractor, farmer, or rancher, DJ's Rental and